Hey guys, welcome back. So today we'll be making a quick video about the ROG Harpe Ace AimLab Edition mouse. It's a gaming mouse. It's a lightweight gaming mouse, but for 2023, I've really been, actively looking for wireless peripherals. I think it's time. We're overdue for just cleaner setup in my desktop. So, I've been using the Logitech G502 Plus wireless gaming mouse. Love it, absolutely love it. For the features, the wireless connectivity has been great. No, I haven't had any interference issues, disconnection issues, anything like that. And the battery life is phenomenal. It's great. Another one I was using is the Viper V2 Pro. Also wireless, pretty lightweight. It's actually a pretty good competitor to the ROG Harpe Ace that I have right now. So is the Logitech one. The Logitech, great mouse, competes actually with both of these. Even though it's not what they call a lightweight gaming mouse, it's good, and some of the features offset the lightweightness of it. But we'll talk about that in a bit. So the Harpe Ace. This AimLab Edition one, it's awesome, and I wanted to give it a try because right within the Asus Armory crate, which is for the most part some really hated software out there, well, you can tune your performance of this mouse, including like your aiming angle and stuff like that. So when you're drawing like for example a straight line, sometimes it's not actually straight, it's at an angle, so you can adjust it to where your straight lines are offset a little bit and give you that linear movement that you're looking for. You can do that with these other two mouses, but you do need third-party software for that. Well, Armory Crate, there's ton of options to tune your mouse, including the surface that you're gaming on and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat. And you can connect it with Bluetooth or with your own Speed Nova wireless technology, which is just 2.4 gigahertz RF. It's great. And then obviously if you started using AimLab, there's some cool skins and stuff that you can use, and you can, pretty much optimize your game settings with AimLab to use this mouse. Now, that's cool and dandy, but will it make your aim better? No. And you just want to make that very clear. Like, this mouse won't improve your aiming accuracy, your gaming at all. It does feel great. I like the feel, the lightweightness of it. I actually do like gaming with it a lot. But I wouldn't say that, oh my God, this mouse changed my gaming accuracy forever. Like, not at all. And I wouldn't recommend it for that reason. So just want to make that very clear. This will not make your aiming accuracy or gameplay any better than like a heavier G502X Plus. It will not. Or a wired, even a wired G502, you can get the same performance. So just keep that in mind. But let's talk about some of the features. So according to Asus, and I don't have a scale, but this comes in at 52 grams. It's like ultra lightweight, and it's not like a honeycomb shell or anything like that. Like, it's a solid shell case, and I prefer this over the honeycomb shell, just preference. I don't like the holes and stuff like that. It also makes it easier to clean after a while. So 54 grams, that's unbelievable. Like, you touch this and it feels like what? Like an eggshell? Yeah, pretty much like an eggshell. And actually that's the texture on this mouse. It does come with some ROG pads if you want like something a little bit grippier, and they actually look really nice once you install them. But I leave it as is. I like the feel of it. But the weight itself, wow, when you try this, it's like, what, is this even a mouse? Is this real? Like, what is this? That's so lightweight. And nobody's gonna complain about a lightweight mouse. Like, especially when you're moving it around, your mouse pad, you know, having it feel lightweight, it's amazing. 88-hour battery life. So this will, like I said, the battery life on all three of these is actually really, really, really good. Nothing, you know. And you know, they do warn you when it does warn you when the battery's a little low, and it doesn't take long at all to charge. So, you know, that's pretty awesome. The ROG micro switches are rated for 70 million clicks. So, and they actually sound really nice. They're easy to click. These side buttons here, I wish they were a hair bit lower. Like, even though, like, when I'm gaming, like my thumb it's there, but it's just to press them, I do end up having to do this a lot. And if they were just a tiny bit lower, it'll be perfect. But you know, it's not bad. You know, it's easy to get used to, and I wouldn't really complain about it. The feet on the mouse are PTFE 100%, and it's one in the center and 4 on the edges there, which is really cool. Here you will find a dock for your USB dongle. You have a mode selector for RF, which Asus calls Speed Nova RF. You get USB. You can use this as a wired mouse if you wanted to. You can also connect on it via Bluetooth, which is great. You get 2 buttons, one for DPI and one to pair it with Bluetooth. Now, it may not seem like a lot, you know, but you know, having those features built in, having actually a little bit of RGB lighting on it, and still come in at 54 grams, that's actually pretty amazing, and without a honeycomb shell. So, you know, good job as far as the design, the battery life, the clicks, the switches, and all that stuff. So, you know, that's pretty amazing. Furthermore, like, ROG Aimpoint optical sensor, it's rated at 36,000 DPI, which is insanely fast. Most pro gamers run about 800 to 1200, and I'm not a pro by any means. I'm just saying, like, pros generally stick with between 800 and 1200. So I don't know what the selling point is in having like an ultra fast DPI optical sensor on it. I don't know if there's any advantages over some that are like, you know, 16,000, 20,000, 25K. I don't know, personally don't know anyone that actually games at 36. And of course there will be that some dude that'll be like, oh yeah, I can run 36,000 DPI, no problem. You know, just like, holy hell, okay, who are you trying to show off to? But you know, actually doing well in a game at that DPI, at that resolution, and being competitive, ooh, I don't know about that. We already talked about the tri-mode connectivity. That's pretty cool. Onboard control. So you can save profiles, and without having to open any software, you can switch between those profiles. We talked about the grip tape and the PTFE feed on the mouse. And then lastly, NVIDIA Reflex. So it's officially verified for NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer to monitor mouse responsiveness. I've never used it. I wouldn't know what to say about that. But, you know, again, I didn't get this mouse looking to, oh my God, I'm going to get this mouse and just annihilate the competition. No, I got it because it seemed interesting to be able to tune it within ROG's very own Armory Crate software, which I use for other devices too. Like, for example, a Asus wireless keyboard, also a tri-mode keyboard, Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz, and wired mode. It's an entry-level DIY keyboard. Like, you can change your own switches, modify it, change your stabilizer, change your keycaps. do all kinds of stuff with it. There's a lot of love and hate for these, but you know, I find it really cool, especially with the Bluetooth connectivity. Like, it already has onboard profiles for both Mac and PC, which I use this on Mac and PC. So that keyboard is actually working out amazing for me so far, and I will be making a review about it shortly. But back to the mouse. You know, it's just works really well for what I needed to do, and I wanted to compare it to my favorite one, which is the G502X Plus. And I will also be talking about this more in detail in later videos, as well as the Viper V2 Pro. Now, these two right here are great. Like, I play a lot of Call of Duty, like pretty much the only game I played. So taking that into consideration, why not invest money in something that's made for like FPS games and stuff like that? So, you know, I try these two mouse out, and I also have Glorious Model D minus. It's a wired mouse. It's not in the same category as these, but I tried it out and it felt pretty good. So that's kind of why I wanted to give these lightweight wireless mice a try. So, you know, just to check out the feel and stuff like that, see what the hype was all about. And I can't stress this enough. It will not improve your gameplay, but it does feel really nice to, man, just play Modern Warfare, Warzone 2 on a really lightweight mouse. Now, sometimes I do play Overwatch, and I do wish it had a little bit more buttons like the G502 that I've been using since 2014. But, you know, with these two buttons on the mouse, you know, you can program to whatever you want. So if you need to bring up the map with one of these buttons and maybe use your stun grenades on the other, that's what I do. I use the stun grenade on one and then open the map on Warzone with the other. It works out pretty good. One of the things I wish these mice had, especially this ROG, for the price point, I mean, we're probably sacrificing a few extra grams if we added side clicks. You know, that side click, I use it to reload my guns. I mouse and keyboard player since 2012, and I, you know, probably never go back to controller again. So, man, having that reload ability on my index finger is awesome. And, you know, it frees up some of these buttons to do something like a stun grenade and open up the map, or, you know, even do things like set up your sprays or whatever, or your emotes on Fortnite, stuff like that. Just easy click on the mouse, right? But these don't seem to have it. And at the price point, I believe that they should. Those side clicks will help out a lot. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, the box itself, it is pretty interesting. Talk about the box, because you essentially it's just the shell. And I don't mind this cheap packaging. Like, if it means making the mouse cheaper, that's great. Because, you know, some of these stuff come with really fancy like components and stuff like that that are like, oh man, I'd rather have the mouse be $20 cheaper than come in like really fancy packaging. So yeah, that's my take on the box. And there's nothing in there other than, like, you know, a quick user guide and the grips for the mouse. So having said that, if you want to check out some more pictures that I've taken of this mouse, you can check out my Instagram account. I can add it in the links. I mean, in the description. I can add a link to my Instagram in the description. Check like close-ups of it and stuff like that. There's really not much to it. And before I forget, the charging port, it's a USB-C, which is awesome. The Viper V2 also has USB-C, and so does the G502. I'm still seeing some peripherals out there with old style micro USB. You know, it's cool to see all these changes being made to them. So, yeah. What else before we close this video out? I just want to mention too that I am not sponsored by Asus. Like all these ROG stuff that I'm buying them for myself because, you know, I like them. You know, I know there's a premium on them. Like if it wasn't an ROG branded mouse, it'll probably cost, you know, 20-30% cheaper. But, you know, it's a personal choice. So that being said, I'm not being biased or anything like that. I mentioned some of the things that I will like added, and you know, $150, it is a steep price to pay for something that's not gonna make you like a better player. It's just you know, really just show, you know, like, oh, look at this lightweight mouse that I have. That's really all it is about. You know, you get to try it, test it out, and if you like it, you keep it. Luckily, nowadays it's really easy to return stuff that you don't longer like or need or whatever. But in my case, I like it. I'm keeping it, and hopefully in the future it'll get even better. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.